Saucy officially has all new branding. There are so many complexities. I made thousands of files, thousands of pieces of content, thousands of landing pages, thousands of pages on my website. I've had 4 different websites throughout time, a lot of branding, a lot of history. Watched thousands of business videos, spent thousands of hours in business and content creation and this and that. I have a degree in video production, visual communications, and just a lot of time spent between content and business. Korea, June 26, 2009, 40,000 subscribers on YouTube, millions of views. You have stories created about 2017, and then you have the business created in 2014. Instagram stories I made alone are something you could get completely immersed and lost in. There are tons of them, but that's just another career outside of YouTube, as well as website and the brand and the business. Stay Saucy, Saucy Fam, and Saucy Saturday are still relevant. So is my YouTube. I haven't posted to it in quite a long time, but it's still relevant. The stories and the business, it's all still relevant. It's all connected. I said it before, it is all connected. Early concepts of Saucy. There's a notebook with all the pricing plans that were at the time. Basic plus Gold, Diamond, and Infinity. Notebook number 2 with a lot of information. I have thousands of business videos and a lot of hard drives. I have terabytes and terabytes of information, but I also had physical papers that I printed out. I took notes all the time, every single day. A lot of work. The next notebook for Saucy, which had a lot of just information and things I was working on at the time. I had so many things I was jotting down, tons of text and information and this and that. Growth hacking was a big thing, I remember that. Yup. And the fourth notebook, I was thinking about Patreon, YouTube, subscription business at the time, and just tons and tons of information in here and things I was taking notes, writing down, jotting down, usually late at night, but I was very hardworking, had a lot to do. Yes, I still have it. No, I'm not ashamed. Swag hat. This was one of my first ever merchandise things. Team Bryce. I love this thing. It goes way back. I have a swag hat commercial on YouTube. You should check. I'd love to give a shout out to Tim Schmoyer and Video Creators TV on YouTube. He taught me everything I need to know about YouTube. Again, even in YouTube, I watch thousands of videos. That's separate from business. Business and YouTube, I know a lot about. Now, Tim's actually from Cincinnati. He was at the time, but I was in his live streams. I actually did live calls with him and different people. He knew exactly who I was. He works with top brands. He worked with me personally. And I know a lot about him. He knows a lot about me, so we go way back. Bent Pixels, Full Screen, and Freedom, which previously was TGN. I had a lot of history in these networks. I also was part of Creators Network, Awesomeness TV. I was part of many different networks, but those were the main three. Freedom was probably the main one that I loved the most. Thank you, George Vanus from Freedom. You're just as amazing as Tim Schmoyer from Video Creators. You helped me so much on YouTube. I love you. Freedom is based in the Philippines, by the way, and this man is amazing. He helped me so much with YouTube. So much. Basic, Plus, Gold, Diamond, and Infinity were the pricing plans at the time for Saucy. $10 to $50 a month. It went up $10 each time. I experimented with different prices, but now, of course, it's pay what you want daily, weekly, or monthly, any amount. I was one of the first people to discover Patreon for the starving artists, the content creators, and Jack Conti. I knew him, he knew me personally. He's the CEO and just an amazing person that did so much for artists. I love artists and content creators and did so much for them. I started my Patreon in 2014 when I went to Baldwin Wallace University. Of course, I went to North Central State College in 2016. And around that time, I started a subscription business. So Patreon was a subscription at the time, but it transitioned into my business from content to business. This was one of the early versions of Saucy. There are tons of versions I don't even have access to because I just don't like, but here's one of the early versions. You would load things obviously into this big window. It was all in one place, one dashboard. Here's another early version of Saucy with everything has sound up here, and it was just different categories of life, but kind of the same idea. If you, like, once it's up here, you would load it down here. But again, every pricing plan had different things because this is for Infinity. Saucy was originally a community site, and this was about 5,000 chat rooms or so. I can't remember the exact amount, but it's a lot. And this was one of the original ideas that I wanted to create the world's only community for everyone. It started as inspirational / entertaining YouTube videos with Saucy Saturday. Then it was a community site. Then it went to happiness. Then it went to moments. Then it went through a bunch of crazy changes like universe. And now it's to diversity as a service. Saucy is diversity as a service. Get unlimited value delivered to you and fulfill all your wants and needs. It could be coffee. It could be the radio. It could be gaming. It could be social media. It could be traveling. It can be anything you want it to be. It's everything. Yes, I still have all the chokers and nose rings. They're part of the experimental phase. But also, see, I'm wearing these Vans, but I also have the colored checkered Vans, but I also have the black and white. But the checkered that are colored are in really good shape. It's been a long time since I wore them, but I really do genuinely enjoy them. I enjoyed having them on. I don't know why I haven't tried them, but they've just been sitting in my dresser. Every time I look at them, I say, you know what? I really like having them on. I did. I don't know why. I like chokers and nose rings. Sorry. Just, I love it. I got the nose rings, chokers, and checkered vans at the same time. I got the fringe undercut haircut, but you can do it like this. You can do just the choker and the nose ring, or just the choker. I think it looks good on anyone and instantly makes people look more attractive. Thank you so much, Fortnite and the Loot Llama, for inspiring me. You inspired Saucy. There's just so many things I took inspiration from. You know, Osuna, Marshmallow, Diplo, just so many great artists, content creators, brands, companies, everything. Saucy is diversity as a service. Pay what you want daily, weekly, or monthly. Subscribe and get started at saucy.io. And everyone have a very saucy Saturday.